Hello everyone, my name is Ishan and welcome to the Race Monkey. Today we have Ashish Gupta ji, who is the brand director for Volkswagen India, and it is a very special moment for me because I'm coming back to this factory after 10 years, being an intern over here back in 2013. So, Mr. Ashish, first of all, thank you for giving us an access.
It's a homecoming for you, Ishan, so I don't need to welcome you here.
So it was a beautiful, nostalgic experience indeed. But I have 5 very typical questions that I have noted for you to answer. We'll start off with the first question, that is, what's the timeline are we looking at for the electrical vehicles to come into Volkswagen's portfolio? And why not consider hybrid electric vehicles instead of electrical vehicles for the Indian market?
So I think the question is in 2 or 3 parts, so I'll have to answer also in multiple parts. So electrification journey in India, I think will follow 2 or 3 steps. The end step is local manufacturing of electric cars. That is where electrification typically will take off on a mass scale. That is still 3 or 4 years away, not only for us, but for the entire market, because the supplier, the vendor ecosystem itself is not ready. So I'm talking about a timeline of maybe 26, 27, when the mass electrification takes place in India. So that's the end point. But from now to there can be various steps. You can bring in your global portfolio. We have from ID3 to ID7 being produced now in Germany. So that is what we want to explore, whether we can bring some of them either through FBU route or through PNC route, as we call local assembly. That's what we are exploring right now.
Wonderful. The second question is very enthusiast-centric. Volkswagen Virtus GT, as you mentioned in one of your interviews, that 45% of the demand for Virtus is from the GT badge. Now, I believe, and this can be a different number, almost 30% of these 45% GT owners are pure enthusiasts. So why not bring a factory spec specialized Virtus and allure this set of people altogether?
No, I think, Ishan, there are pure enthusiasts and there are people who think they are enthusiasts. I have also, I think I am an enthusiast. So there are people who actually enjoy driving those modified cars and those pure enthusiast cars every day. But it's not everybody's cup of tea. Yes, it's true that 45% of my Virtus customers are GT owners, but these are GT owners who would like to feel that they are enthusiasts. Sitting behind a car, you can't fulfill every dream of yours, but you can at least think that you can fulfill your dream. Yes. But the serious answer to that is that we are a mass manufacturer, and any customization to the car leaving our factory cannot be done without validation and passing all the regulations. Right? So limited volume of such high modification cars does not make economic sense for us and will not make economic sense for the customer, because we as a manufacturer cannot put out something from the factory which does not meet standards.
That answers a lot to all these people who have been fighting on Facebook forums about why doesn't Volkswagen do a specialized Virtus GT for you. Now my third question is more centered towards the service end of Volkswagen. Is there a possibility that Volkswagen brings in a proper service on wheel facility where it offers soft service to the customers, starting off with tier 1, tier 2 cities and then extending to tier 3 areas where the service centers are perhaps not available or there is a lack of sales in that particular area as well?
So if you look at it, this is not something which needs to be done. This has already been done. We launched what we call the Volkswagen Assistance service in 2021. We currently have almost 100 cars, 100 Volkswagen Assistance cars across our network across India, which provide doorstep service, minor services, oil change, typical, brake shoe cleaning and all that. That is all available on a call to our dealer. 100 Volkswagen Assistance cars are available. On top of that, we have 14 what we call Volkswagen mobile service units, which are placed in areas which do not have access to service. So this van travels to these locations where we call customers from nearby locations for providing them service. So this is already available, right at our dealers, and on our website you can find more information on this.
One of the last questions, is Volkswagen getting the ADAS technology to the Virtus and the Tiguan any sooner? And if it is doing that, what are the changes that it is going to do as a brand to make it feasible for the Indian market?
Very complex question. Okay, so first thing, yes, we are, of course, if ADAS features are feasible in India, and if competition is bringing it, we are seriously looking at how and when we can bring it. Definitely, you have to keep your products up to date. Secondly, ADAS features available in the Volkswagen Group worldwide, of course they are available. How soon can we bring it to India? That only the technical team can handle. I am sales and marketing, I would want it tomorrow, right? Like any customer, because I am, a customer representative at the end of the day. I have to ask what my customers are asking me. So that's something which definitely as a brand director for Volkswagen, I would like to introduce tomorrow. But there is a lead time, there is vehicle development, there is adaptation of that technology that is required for India. I'm sure our engineers are working on it.
Adaptation is actually a keyword because a lot of brands fail at making it feasible for the Indian conditions because we have motorcycles, animals, so many different hindrances while you're driving on the highway.
Definitely.
So I guess Volkswagen might pioneer into making it made for India.
Yeah, I think
ADAS technology.
I think one thing which I can very clearly say about Volkswagen is that we will not do anything half-baked. Yeah? It takes us a little bit time because of that obsession with perfection, but it's worth it.
My last question, and this is the voice of lakhs of Polo enthusiasts. Is the Polo coming back?
Not in the way that you have liked the Polo in the past. I think I've answered this question many times that the new generation Polo doesn't make economic sense for us, and not will it make an economic sense for the customers at the price points I'll be forced to launch it at. Right, so definitely the new generation Polo, which you would have seen on social media, is not coming to India. But that doesn't mean that I cannot get Polo in some avatar back to India. So that effort is on, whether it's the Polo GTI, or who knows, the local electric car may still be called a Polo. Yeah,
fingers crossed. So that's all the insight for you guys with Mr. Ashish Gupta, the brand director of Volkswagen. Thank you for listening and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ishan. Thanks. Thank you.